Hello, everyone, and welcome to the All Things Life and Sports podcast. I'm your host, Kylan Thomas. Everything we ain't gonna worry about it. But it's the Monday of draft week, so I gotta come on here and kind of give my state what I think we should do, and realistically what I feel like they're gonna do. Because I'm seeing a lot of stuff all over Twitter, all over. We're gonna trade up here, we're gonna do that. I'll believe all that when I see it. Honestly, I just don't think they're going to trade up all to where we have to get a Rome Odunze or a lot of these players that y'all named. But see, here's my thing. For 2 seasons, we've stated for 2 seasons we can't get pressure on the quarterback, right? That's what we've said as fans. Even you've heard certain interviews mentioning pressure, getting pressure to the quarterback and finishing the sacks off. My thing is, if we've been screaming that for 2 seasons, in this draft at 17, I feel like you're going to have options available to address that, i.e. Johnny Newton. But for us to have been screaming that we need pressure on the quarterback for 2 seasons, y'all want to take that pick and move up and get a wide receiver, a position that we could get later on in the draft when you got the Adam Thielens, Julian Edelmans of the world. But y'all want to trade up, give away assets or whatever we would have to give away to go from 17 into the top 10. Y'all want to give those assets away when you can get I'm not saying Odunze is not going to be good, but I feel like Pearsall has a chance to be good. Leggett got a chance to be good. A.D. Mitchell got a chance to be good. Like, I feel like those players got a chance to be at the same level that he's at. So I just don't agree with the thought to trade up from 17 into the top 10. Like, let's look at the draft order, because if you look at the order, like, we already know who the Bears gonna get. Pretty much think Washington going quarterback. You think New England's going quarterback. Who knows? And some of them teams may switch up and go wide receiver. But it starts at 4, right? Arizona, who we think would probably take Marvin Harrison. But from there, out of any of these teams really starting at 4, you got Arizona, they could go wide receiver. We think they're going to get Marvin Harrison. This is barring any trades. Chargers, there's a lot of things I'm seeing that say Chargers may go offensive lineman. But who knows? You don't know. Harbaugh may want to get a wide receiver for Herbert. But yeah, I'm like, where we going to trade up to? Arizona to 5, to Chargers 6. The Giants, we don't know if they want a quarterback, or could they possibly stick beside Daniel Jones and get him one of these Rome Odunze type wide receivers to go with him. But even 6, even Tennessee, now they just got Ridley, but I just did a mock this morning that had Tennessee taking Odunze. So I'm like, where y'all think we gonna trade up to? 4, 5, 6, 7? Like, I don't think that's realistic to think that we gonna trade up from 17 into the top 10 to get a wide receiver. Then at the same time, we want them to trade and get Brandon Ayuk. Now, the draft is Thursday. Okay, now anything can happen, but the draft is Thursday. So if we gonna trade for Ayuk, we might need to go ahead and do it. That way we know okay, wide receiver, we don't need to worry about wide receiver. But the draft Thursday, ain't no trade, ain't nothing like that happening with Ayuk yet. So let's just say we don't get Ayuk. For me personally, and let me pull up my I'm only doing 3 rounds. I ain't getting no subscription to PFF. We just gonna do 3 rounds for me. But what I think we should do is at 17, with the 17th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Jerzon Newton, Illinois defensive tackle. Okay, we've been screaming we need pressure for 2 seasons, you get to pair him with Armstead, the rotational Ward Robertson Harrison, him. Then somebody mentioned to me you have the Lacey's, throw Lacey and Ledbetter out for me, honestly. But we could beef up that D line, right? And then in my mock, in the 3rd round, I was able to get a Renardo Green out of Florida State, a Prince man cover, the type of corner that we want. You're able to get him in the 3rd round. So why spend the 17th pick on Odunze? And now I'm seeing a lot of people want the 17th pick to go to Kenyon Mitchell, which that was me for a long time. For a long time, I was like, oh yeah, Kenyon Mitchell. But if you look at it, I done got onto this Jerzon Newton board, because if you look at it, I'd rather us beef up the D line, an area that we've been complaining about for seasons. And if you pull up our record, especially towards the end of the season, we know how that defense played towards the end of the season. I mean, you give up, especially the Texans, the first game. I mean, that was just horrible all the way around. But that's 37 points. Then you give up 34 to the 49ers. Then you give up 34. You give up 34 to the Bengals. What a Jake Browning. I can't remember if he was in his first or second start. I think his second start. We supposed to have been a playoff team. That defense gives up 34 points to Jake Browning. And I mean, I remember that game. He just dicing it around. Just dicing. No pressure, no nothing. Just able to just stand there, dinking, dunk, dice. Under Jerzon Newton could help that. But nah, y'all want a corner to another person out there running around with these wide receivers because they ain't getting no pressure, so they're just gonna be running around getting cardio all day. I feel like, but you give up 34 to Jake Brown in his second start. You supposed to be a playoff team. You give up 31 to Joe Flacco, who just got off his couch. You're supposed to be a playoff team. We're supposed to be a playoff team. We have to short that D line, man. Look at the team that's in the playoff, bro. Look at the Chiefs. All year we've been talking about their offense, but look at their defense. That's what I'm saying. You need to shore up the D line. We need to go and get a Jerzon Newton. That way, look, in my mock, right? Jerzon Newton, 17. Then in the second round, I get a Ricky Pearsall. I love Ricky Pearsall. And this isn't the Gator in me. This isn't the Gator homer. I mean, which is weird because I go Jerzon Newton, Ricky Pearsall, then a Florida State Seminole. So I'm being objective now. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Gator homer. You know, it's a lot of people like Ricky Pearsall. Then you watch the training videos he's doing with Tyreek Hill. Now, granted, those are just training videos, but still, you can see the quickness. I feel like that's the type of receiver Trevor needs. Then he can also play outside. So you get a Ricky Pearsall, right? And you can get him in the second round. You can get a Leggett in the second round. I've been seeing a lot of them are visiting with Tez Walker. You can get a Tez Walker. Don't trade up and give away assets to get Romeo Odunze. I feel like we got a lot of other needs, and you can get a Romeo Odunze in the second round. You might say you can get a Jerzon Newton, but I'd just rather spend that first round pick on that defensive line because we saw what Josh Allen being with Calais Campbell, we saw what that did for him his rookie year. We're going to see what it's going to do for Jerzon Newton to be able to be with Armstead, Ward Robertson, Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker. You're going to see how just that defensive line. And then you got some people talking about getting Jared Verse at 17. Now, granted, this is not because I'm a Gator fan. This is not because I'm a Gator fan. Like I said, I'm being objective. I got us taking Renardo Green, Florida State cornerback. This isn't the Gator in me. But why spend the 17th overall pick on a edge who's not gonna play really for you? He's edge depth. I promise you, if we get a edge play, if we get edge depth with our 17 pick, we are going to be the laughing stock of the NFL. We already the laughing stock. But I'm telling you, if I see Jared Verse come across that screen, and I'm going to the draft party, by the way, at everybody. If I see Jared Bird come across that screen, I'm going to boo as loud as I can. Because why would you spend your 17th, your first round pick, on edge depth when you have so many other needs? If that's the case, I'll be okay with taking Odunze, trading up to get Odunze. Because why would you want to do that with your 17 pick? I don't understand that logic either. But for me personally, what I had was first round Jazon Newton, second round Ricky Pearsall, you get your wide receiver, third round Ronaldo Green, you get your press man corner. And based on that, I saw, according to Big Cat Country, the articles online, bigcatcountry.com, according to them, they've met with, let's see, the one say it was his pro day. But yeah, I mean, they met with him. Let me see. We have rumored interest. Jaguars have, according to via Mark Long, rumored interest in Ricky Pearsall. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for it because I don't want to get it right. I don't want to get it wrong. Yes. So we met with Illinois defensive tackle Jazon Newton via Jordan Schultz on a pro day visit. That's the only time I see on here where they met with him. And this is according to Big Cat Country. This is the only time I've seen that they met with him within this whole process. But I don't know, man. Then he's very athletic, 6'2", 295. I mean, I think we can address a lot. I think in us picking him, we address a lot with what we've been complaining about that we need. And then you can get other things later on in the draft. You see, they was talking about Ennis Rakestraw and all. Like it's a lot of. I feel like it's a lot of. Even I'm for trading up from the later rounds up into a little closer to get some people as well. But I'm just saying, coming out of that 17th to trade up to get a wide receiver, that's crazy to me. And then I don't think they're gonna do that either. Like, I'm being realistic. I mean, as a Jaguar fan, I don't know what make us think that they finna trade up to get anybody. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Jaguars. Want to come on here this is the Monday of the draft. Like I said, I'm not gonna be that person that probably posting every day my draft thoughts on my post here and there. I'm gonna come on and do my podcast. Y'all gonna hear my thoughts, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Researching, I've been researching. I'm just not that person that's gonna be on here every day posting my thoughts. I'm gonna come give you a video, but that's my thoughts. I think and I'll put it in here, my mock. Like I said, I'm only doing 3 rounds. I'm not subscribing to PFF I'm doing 3 rounds. Like I said, it's a lot more stuff we need, but I'm only gonna give you my first 3, and that's really the ones we care about anyway. A lot of fans, that's really what you care about anyway. But that's my state of the Jaguars, kind of my mock, what I think we should do. Now these Lakers, real quick. Tomorrow, I'm gonna come on here. We gonna react to these doggone Lakers. I told y'all Dame time. Told y'all we gonna need Dame time. I'm sticking with my Bucks. Said we gonna need Dame time to get past these Pacers. 35 in the first half. He ain't really do that in the second. But we gonna come tomorrow on my pod. I'm gonna come on here. We gonna react to these Lakers. I said I was gonna do it today because that first game was just horrible. You have AD and LeBron play the way they play, and they still lose. But I said, nah, I'm gonna give them tonight. See how they do tonight. Then I'm gonna come on here and react. So tomorrow, expect another video. We gonna react to the Lakers. We gonna kind of give a state of the NBA playoffs. Kind of see where everybody at after 2 games. That means everybody would have been to play their 2 first home games. And then so we can react kind of around the league, around the NBA playoffs. So yeah, that's this podcast. I just want to come on here and give y'all my thoughts on this draft for my Jaguars. And then we're going to recap these Lakers tomorrow. So make sure everything done before you try to have fun. Peace.